Samson was a man of superhuman strength, empowered by God's Spirit and bound by a Nazarite vow. He performed legendary feats, tearing apart a lion, defeating 1,000 men with a jawbone, and carrying a city's gates on his shoulders. As long as his hair remained uncut, he was unstoppable. However, his recklessness and trust in Delilah led to his downfall. Even in his final moments, he regained his strength through faith, bringing down a Philistine temple and proving that his true power came from God. Superhuman strength. Samson's most famous ability was incredible, God-given strength. Tear a lion apart with his bare hands. Break fresh ropes and bowstrings like they were weak threads. Lift and carry the gates of Gaza, weighing likely several tons, uphill for miles. Kill 1,000 Philistines with a donkey's jawbone. Collapse the entire Philistine temple by pushing apart 2 massive pillars, killing thousands. This strength was not natural. It came from God and was lost when his hair was cut. Enhanced combat skills. Despite not being a trained warrior. Incredible hand-to-hand combat abilities. He single-handedly fought and defeated entire armies. Weapon improvisation. He used a donkey's jawbone as a weapon and still killed 1,000 men. Tactical awareness. He set traps, such as tying foxes' tails together with torches to burn Philistine crops. Fearlessness. He never backed down from a fight, even when outnumbered. Enhanced speed and reflexes. While not explicitly mentioned, Samson's ability to chase and capture 300 foxes. Superhuman agility and speed. He could outrun and catch wild animals. Fast reflexes. He fought against multiple enemies and dodged attacks. Extreme endurance and stamina. Samson fought for long periods without showing signs of fatigue. He killed 1,000 men in one battle, something impossible for a normal human. Carried the city gates of Gaza uphill for miles without slowing down. Even while blinded, he had enough energy to bring down an entire temple. Pain resistance and durability. Samson could withstand severe injuries and keep fighting. He was beaten, tied up, and attacked multiple times but never showed signs of weakness until God's power left him. Even after being blinded and tortured, he maintained his strength. His ability to fight without armor suggests he could take massive hits without being slowed down. Superhuman willpower and mental toughness. Samson was not just physically strong, but also had an unbreakable spirit. Refused to surrender, even when outnumbered. Resisted intense pain and imprisonment before making a final stand. His faith and last prayer restored his strength, showing a mental connection to his power. Resistance to restraints and imprisonment. Samson broke fresh ropes and bowstrings as if they were weak threads. No man-made restraint could hold him, till his hair was cut. Divine empowerment. Samson's power was not from himself, but from God. His strength was only present when the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. Psychological intimidation and fear factor. The Philistines feared him so much that entire armies were sent to capture him. Even without weapons, his presence alone terrified enemies. Regenerative ability, hair regrowth power recovery. After being betrayed and weakened, his hair regrew, symbolizing the return of his strength. This suggests a form of supernatural regeneration linked to his vow. Possible hidden abilities. Enhanced senses. Despite being blinded, he navigated to the temple pillars with ease. Connection to God's power. He was able to call upon God and regain his strength for one final act. Weaknesses and limitations. Even though Samson was powerful, he had clear weaknesses: his hair, the source of his strength. When Delilah cut his hair, he lost all his power. His strength was tied to his Nazarite vow, not the hair itself, but what it represented. Overconfidence and recklessness. He underestimated Delilah, even after she repeatedly tried to betray him. Often acted on impulse instead of thinking things through. Weakness for women. He was easily deceived by women, especially Delilah. His desire for Philistine women led to his downfall multiple times. Vulnerability without God's blessing. Without God's power, he became as weak as any other man. Samson was a one-of-a-kind warrior, blessed with superhuman strength, unbreakable willpower, and divine empowerment. However, his overconfidence, weakness for women, and reliance on his own power rather than God's guidance led to his downfall. Samson was the ultimate warrior chosen by God, but his true power was faith, not just strength. Subscribe to Mighty Hub and stay mighty.